Good morning everyone, so welcome to the lesson 5, third part for Introduction to Cybersecurity course. So today I want to introduce the firewall and intrusion detection system. Okay, remember the last lesson I already introduced how to attack, right? How to attack the system and the victim. And now the second part, this one firewall and intrusion detection system, how to defend. How to make sure the attacker cannot intrude or attack the system. So the firewall and intrusion detection is very helpful. The first one is kind of prevent the malicious traffic can go in the network. And the second part just detect some the malicious traffic and can tell the firewall, okay, block it, right? Okay, the first is kind of firewall. First is that kind of system try to isolate the internal the network from the outside internet. So if you see on the screen, so you can see have a firewall. They can just separate from the untrusted bad guy, right? Untrusted bad guy from the public internet to go in the trusted, the internal the network. So it's similar to the our house. Our house, we already have a wall, right, to prevent some the untrusted or some the bad guy from the outside got into our house, right? So that's similar like a firewall in the internet or in the computer network. So just they can help to allow some the packet to pass, like allow the house owner, right, and block the other like unverified or untrusted bad guy outside cannot go in. So just firewall, I think very helpful to to filter some the malicious traffic. Okay, here is why we need to use firewall. We have several we have three the reason. First, just prevent some malicious the traffic, like a denial service, SN flooding, and some the zombie or some the unauthorized access. And the second part, we prevent some illegal modification or access to the internal data. Like we can try to prevent any kind of FTP the access and can modify the website, something like that. And the last one is very important. Firewall can allow several authorized the user can access to the network. For example, I can I can work on remotely, right? I can stay in the United States and still can remote to my PC in Taiwan, in Taiwan. So actually this guy is called allow permission, and prevention is that called deny. So in the firewall we have two options: allow or deny, or permit or deny. So over here we are similar. So we can have three firewall, three type of firewalls. First one is deadlit, the packet filtering. This guy we can have filter the packet by packet level. You can set the source IP, destination IP, TCP packet type, and the port number, something like that. And if you see on the screen, we have a deadlit filter in the firewall. So you can see the first one. We can allow, right? Allow source IP. We can see allow source IP, and which destination IP is just outside. And protocol is TCP, and source port is greater than 1023, and the destination port about 80. So this means we just allow the web traffic from the outside can access to the server with destination. So because destination port about 80 indicates that's the kind of website. So I think the web service, right? The web service. So the two first the rules indicate so we can allow the traffic, web traffic, and the two last one is allow, that's a UDP. So you can see this one is 53, right? This destination port is 53. That means DNS, right? DNS. So this, third and fourth, the rules indicate you can allow DNS service. So and the last one is deny all. So this is a kind of firewall. At least they indicate they just allow DNS and the web service. They deny all. So why we need this kind of service? Because it's quite important in some, in some the agency or some government agencies. They just allow several service for specific agency, like a Department of Finance. They cannot access the website or they cannot access the kind of our service. So they just can access specific web server, like the Ministry of Finance, the server. They cannot access the other to prevent any kind of hacking, right? So this kind of two rule is quite important to indicate, okay, specific the website, specific server, specific and DNS, and you can expand for the other kind of rule, like you can prevent the FTP, you can allow the SS8, or you can allow remote desktop, something like that. I think in every companies they can have very strict the rule about this one. Okay, so here is you can see I made in detail how you can allow DNS and block all the other traffic except with an IP. So you can see first one I just allow DNS with destination port about 53, right? And the second part we allow specific source IP and destination IP address for TCP and destination port 80, and the last one I deny all. So this one I think is quite popular in if you want to define or just limit one PC from the outside can access to our service. So firewall is quite efficient in several cases. And currently in practice we use kind of IP table. So you can see on the screen. We have several rules to set for the IP table. Like you can set install the IP table in the Ubuntu, or you can allow like sudo. You can see IP table input and accept. You can see this one they use accept or drop, similar to permit or deny, or allow or deny, similar. So here you can see a reference several ones. So I think it's better for you to test each one for test these firewall features. And I think this one is very simplest, the firewall, and everyone can test. And here is the second part is more advanced and more commercial. The product like a NetKit. So this is open source, so you can use PF Sense. So you can have a kind of one version in the web service based the system, and you can set it. If you see on the screen, you can see you have a rule, and you can add or delete the rules. Yeah, you can see the WAN-net, that means from the outside. You can prevent allow a kind of IPv4, ICMP, something like that. So you can see allow ping. You can see allow the ping or allow the web service from the outside. So the first rule, that means allow HTTP, and the second one is HTTPS, and this one allow ping. Yeah. So this one is PFSense is quite very easy for most of the users to use, but this one maybe requires some license, as it have a community version, but something you still need to pay a little money if you want to use kind of advanced features. And the second, the firewall is called the stateful. Different from stateless. Stateless, that means we do not check the connection. But stateful, you need to check connection. You can see the difference about the file and column. Check the connection. If the user stateful, that means they can check the session or the different session, And here we can see the one, the practical, the example. Have an option we can block all the FTP access from the outside, block all the SSH request, but we can allow the DNS query from the old network. So I have one video. So this one just example the rule I set. You can see on screen how I solve this problem. So just practical the example, and I have one video to introduce the detail about this one. So you can configure in the packet tracer, like you can set in the router and packet tracer. I think yes, over here you can see in the the video, so you can follow the firewall, the configuration in the packet tracer. And the one good thing based on this demos, you can configure the firewall in the Cisco router. In practice, I mean in real Cisco router. Yeah. And the last one is intrusion detection. That's the difference from the other from the firewall. This one is a firewall just try to drop or allow, right? But the intrusion detection, they just look detail of the packet contents, check the packet character string, and can assimilate is have a kind of malicious the traffic. So this guy more related to detection, okay, detection, but do nothing, just detection, okay. And if you see over here, we can have the IDS and firewall to compare. Actually, in practice, they include the firewall and IDS, they combine to make sure one is detect, and after you detect it's correct, so just tell the firewall block the traffic. So this one is quite, can help each other. And here is IDS. In practice, we have a tool software is quite famous. It's a Snot or Suricata. So this open source, intrusion detection. So if you see on screen, so you can see that after you apply the Snot the rules, and you can see it can check the whole traffic and can figure out, okay, this one have some guy try to scan your network, right, and try to launch the TCP attack, or try to penetrate. So this is why quite useful when you can prevent or just alert some guy try to penetrate your network. So I think the idea is quite useful. Okay, the summary for our course for this lesson. So the firewall is kind of filter the software and can filter the malicious traffic by route. But different from the firewall, the intrusion detection, they just detect malicious and alert the firewall or a network administrator. So the intrusion detection system is more flexible, because you can apply the AI over there. Okay, firewall is maybe less flexible, and firewall and intrusion detection can work together to protect the network. After detect successfully from the intrusion detection system, they can notify the firewall to block traffic. So that is how they can cooperate in practice. Okay, so see you next part, so we can look more detail about the next technology.